Hey guys, it's your girl Jay, and this one's gonna be an audio for you guys. I wanted to come here and talk about something that just really was on my spirit this afternoon. Let me scoot my chair up, and as I had to stop washing dishes and have a chat with God, and I've entitled this. Oh Lord, entitled this video, 10th place. And we're going to talk about standards. Standards. And everything that you do, there ought to be a standard. A lot of everything, and I talk about standards actually a lot because I know a lot of the things I've endured in life and gone through, I would have avoided if I had maintained a standard. Just recently, my latest videos, I'm talking about how I expect or I would like men to open the door for me because that's a standard that I have. That's something I'm accustomed to. That's something I'm used to, even by strangers, is that men open the door for me. I coined this video 10th place because I remember I took me and my children to Vegas one time, and we stayed in this really nice hotel, the Tropicana. At the time, it was remodeling, or they're working on remodeling. Make a long story short, and my youngest son at the time, I think he was about 3 or 4. He's 23 now, and I took him to Vegas, and there was the hotel we stayed in, or the casino hotel, right? It had a indoor, as you know, casino, of course, and it had an indoor arcade for the children. So we went downstairs to play the arcade, and my baby was on the one of the car games. You know how you play race cars or whatever. And he was racing, and he came in 10th place in the race when he first tried it, right? And I'll never forget it as long as I live. I had the video, and I ended up losing it. But my baby said this. He said, 10th place, 3 years old. 10th place? Oh no, 10th place, right? I think it was about 3 or 4, somewhere in there, right? And he repeated it. And just this morning, the Spirit dropped that back into my spirit. That's what I ought to be feeling like when I go below my standard. Because even my baby at that young age understood, like, what in the entire depths of hell? Why did I come in 10th place, right? Something in him must have known. I may not have to be the winner, but 10th place is a long drop from like 5th or 3rd, right? And I'm going to go ahead and decline that call. But I say all that to say a standard. God had to take me all the way back to my baby, and I can't wait to tell him, he had a standard then. And even to this day, the way he maneuvers, he is very careful about what type of girls he date. He's very careful about how he maneuvers, the company he keeps, the men that he hang out with, because something in my baby spirit at that young age understood, hell no, I'm way more than coming in 10th place. So I say all that to say this. These men, and I got to say it, the panels that I've been getting on have made me feel, have led me to feel 10th place. Like, what the hell? Again, a lot of our decisions, especially as the pretty girl, I got to go with this being the pretty girl problems, pretty girl struggles, whatever it is. When you don't realize your value externally and internally, but if you don't realize who you are, what you look like, I'm being shallow for those that need to see it that way. But when you don't get it, when you don't realize it, God has just blessed me with a beautiful apartment in a very decent neighborhood because I had a standard. Even though I was homeless, extremely homeless, sleeping in my van, sleeping in cars, showering at what you call it, Planet Fitness, going to the beach, don't even swim, but putting my feet in water to cleanse my water and God's beautiful ocean, okay? I'm just to cleanse my feet, praying at the beach, meditating at the beach. I had a rough but nomadic journey, a little bit adventurous. I made fun. It was most times it was fun, but when it hurt, it hurt. And the reason why I stayed homeless for so long is because I had a standard. I had many invites of men and people saying, "Come stay with me," or "You can chill here, you can go." But I understood it was a standard that I kept. And then when I finally said yes to a man, a particular man, that was trickery because, again, I didn't see the signs, right, of where he was really at. And that's a whole other topic. And I'm not going to dive too much and continuously live in the past. But what I am saying is this: what you don't want to do, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to take the habits that you had in your old stuff, in your old place, in your old job, in your old whatever, old apartment, old house, old city, old state, old country, old planet. You don't want to take those things with you, because wherever you go, or wherever you go, you go. Wherever you go, there is you, right? And so I say all that to say I am frustrated with myself on this Sunday, to where I had to pray and cry out to God and said, God, fix me. We're not doing this anymore. Change me. Change me as the pretty girl. I'm taking full of pretty woman because I'm 48 years old. But I feel like a girl. So pretty girl, I have to take full accountability that even when a man is attracted to me, he wants to date me, he wants to screw me, he wants to whatever he wants to do, so what? I don't owe anybody anything. Pretty girl, if you're listening, you don't owe nobody nothing. So what if they want to hang out with you? So what if you're the one who get them in the club? So what if you're the one? A lot of attractive people, period, both men and women, get used by people over and over and over and over and over and over again. Many times, and I'm in the business of being a fetishist. So I know what the game is. I know what it's like to be fantasized with and all this other stuff. But at least in the business I'm in, right, I get monetary gifts. I get gifts. These men know, what needs to, as I said, what is understood don't need to be explained. So, and even in the business, I get a gentle approach. Hello, goddess. Hi, princess. Hey, queen. I don't really like queen, but I do hear it every now and again. Hi, empress. Hello, sweetheart. And then they move forward, and then they read my profile, and then I realize I don't have to bust it wide open for these men. They just literally like seeing me, talking to me. Thank God I got a big mouth, because I do talk, a big mouth in that respect, and then I can hold a conversation, that I'm intelligent, articulate, right? So no. 10th place for what? I actually got a mirror, and I'm going to show you guys the video later on. I got a mirror that I got from Five Below. It only cost $5.55. But the mirror is so pretty, and it adds a touch of elegance to my kitchen sink area, because I am in a studio. And I put it over the sink. I'm going to show you guys later on. And I was like, that don't really go. So much so I had to go look it up online to see if it really went. I was like, do people put mirrors over their kitchen sink? But I didn't know where else to put it. I was like, I want to save my other spaces on my wall for something else. So for now, I put it on there. And I believe that the Spirit said, because I was like, oh gosh, what if it breaks and all this stuff? But I believe that the Spirit said, for the here and now, I want you to put this mirror up here, so that when you're standing here washing dishes, because I spend more time at the sink washing dishes, y'all, because that's my meditative time. A lot of time when I have had conversations and chat with God, I'm washing dishes or cooking, right? But primarily in water. So as I'm washing dishes right now, getting my air fryer together to fry me some chicken wings, I'm looking in this mirror and I'm saying to myself, I can do better. We're not doing this no more. I'm calling my own self out on it. God, if I go to a panel again and I hear them being ghetto and ignorant and foolishness, and the gender wars is going on, and just cursing and just acting just out, just, oh my God, acting like they're at 10th place, actually acting like they have no place at all. I don't belong in that room. How many of us pretty girls can say, look back on your life and say, you didn't even belong in the room. You didn't even belong in the building. You didn't even belong. What are you doing, pretty girl, pretty man, handsome man? As a dedicated to my sons. What were you thinking? What are we thinking? We don't owe people nothing. Looking for acceptance and validation from people who wouldn't even know how to spell it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, my grandmother would be turning over in her grave. I had to come here and talk about it. We're starting this stuff today. God has blessed me too much to be in some mess.